Chandrayaan-3 was intended to be a monumental achievement, a demonstration of India's growing capabilities in space exploration. It successfully landed in a region no other nation had dared to explore, the Moon's remote and permanently shadowed South Pole. This was supposed to be a moment of pride, a scientific and national victory. The first images and soil scans sent back to Earth initially fueled excitement. But soon, that excitement gave way to confusion, then hushed concern, and eventually, something far more unsettling, a quiet warning. This isn't the plot of a science fiction movie, nor the subject of a conspiracy theory. It's the chain of events that unfolded when the most sophisticated rover ever deployed on the lunar surface encountered something that challenges our understanding of physics, and perhaps reality itself. When the Indian Space Research Organization launched Chandrayaan-3, it wasn't merely continuing its lunar exploration program. It was correcting course after the failed landing of Chandrayaan-2 in 2019. This time, everything worked as planned. The Vikram lander touched down with pinpoint accuracy near the Moon's south pole, a region cloaked in darkness, colder than even distant Pluto, and untouched by any human-made machine until now. But why target this inhospitable region? For decades, lunar scientists have viewed the South Pole as the ultimate prize. Radar studies had indicated the possible presence of ancient water ice, exotic minerals, and possibly deeper secrets. The terrain, however, made landing perilous. Unpredictable light, deadly cold, and jagged surfaces. Despite all that, India succeeded, placing itself among the few nations capable of such advanced space exploration. Early results were promising. The rover Pragyan confirmed the presence of frozen water, silicate-rich dust, and valuable metals, such as magnesium and aluminum, ingredients that could someday support human habitats on the Moon. But buried beneath those headlines was a discovery that didn't make it to the public announcements. As Pragyan began scanning the surface using advanced spectrometers designed to analyze soil composition, it detected a material that left scientists stunned. This substance didn't resemble anything previously found on the Moon, on Earth, or from any meteorite. It wasn't catalogued in any mineral database. Even more baffling, it behaved abnormally, absorbing electromagnetic energy in ways that defied physical laws, bending it unpredictably. One engineer described it as acting like an energy sponge. Theoretical physicist Michio Kaku reportedly called it a terrifying anomaly. The implications were staggering. If this material formed naturally, our understanding of material science is fundamentally flawed. If it didn't, then someone or something put it there. This alone would have been enough to raise international concern. But it was only the beginning. Chandrayaan-3's onboard ground-penetrating radar was soon activated to explore beneath the surface. The findings sent immediate shockwaves through ISRO's mission control. The radar detected a large hollow space, several meters beneath the rover. But this wasn't a random cavern or crater. The radar imagery showed geometric shapes, symmetrical angles, straight lines, and repeating grids. These weren't natural formations. They resembled blueprints. After analyzing the data, Kaku described what he saw as metallic, deliberate, organized, and possibly ancient. Even more startling, the void was enormous, big enough to accommodate a small underground city. Then came unexplained heat readings. The instruments picked up fluctuating thermal signals, independent of sunlight. For a moon that has been geologically inert for billions of years, these readings made no sense. Was it residual heat from unknown materials, a functioning energy system, or something even more alarming, a still active artificial structure? For the first time, experts began entertaining once unthinkable questions. Had we just stumbled upon an ancient alien installation, or possibly a forgotten remnant of humanity's own lost history? Shortly after these underground readings were recorded, the Pragyan rover began malfunctioning. It became unresponsive to commands. Data transmissions were corrupted. Its once smooth movements turned erratic. Official statements blamed mechanical issues, but anonymous insiders painted a different picture. One engineer claimed the rover's problems began the moment it passed directly over the deepest part of the anomaly, Another speculated that the unknown material may have disrupted the rover through electromagnetic interference, and then silence. Pragyan stopped transmitting entirely. This wasn't just a technical glitch. It marked the collapse of a mission and, perhaps, the start of something far more complex. If what lies beneath the moon's south pole is not only ancient, but still active, then every step we take on that surface might be triggering systems beyond our comprehension. Michio Kaku has since urged the formation of a global scientific coalition, warning that no single nation should approach this mystery alone. According to him, we may have awakened something that was never meant to be disturbed. As word of Pragyan's silence spread, world governments began reacting. The combination of a strange substance, engineered voids, and the loss of contact triggered emergency-level discussions. Satellite imaging from agencies including NASA, the Chinese CNSA, and the European Space Agency was quietly redirected toward the landing site. Leaked reports suggest that U.S. military satellites detected unexplained electromagnetic pulses in the area hours before contact was lost. In response, Chinese officials requested immediate access to ISRO's raw data logs, expressing concern that the anomaly might impact Earth's electromagnetic stability. Behind closed doors, the word containment began appearing in official discussions. This was no longer a scientific mission. It had escalated into a planetary security matter. Then came an unexpected twist. A group of independent archaeologists and astrophysicists compared the radar data's geometric patterns with ancient Indian star charts. To their astonishment, the underground structure resembled mandala-like formations, sacred geometric patterns found in ancient Indian scriptures, specifically in the Rig Veda. Dr. Rakesh Verma, an expert in Sanskrit cosmology, noted that the proportions of the underground grid mirrored a symbolic gateway described in the texts, one said to lead beyond the stars. Mainstream science remains skeptical, but these findings have ignited a growing belief among some researchers that ancient civilizations may have known more about the moon and its hidden nature than we've ever understood. More revelations began leaking out, allegedly smuggled from within ISRO. Internal documents revealed that samples collected or scanned before Pragyan went dark contained compounds with photonic properties never observed before. These materials didn't just absorb light. They may have actively manipulated it, even cancelling electromagnetic fields. One internal report referred to it as optical dark matter. If this is confirmed, it would mean the material beneath the South Pole could render objects invisible, not just to the eye, but to any form of electromagnetic detection. Technology like this, whether natural or artificial, would completely rewrite the rules of physics as we know them. As Chandrayaan-3 lies silent in the moon's shadow, the real question is no longer about what we found, but what it might lead to. What if the moon is not simply a dead rock in space, but a kind of vault, a container hiding technology, knowledge, or warnings from an age before recorded history? What if our quest to explore has unknowingly triggered systems meant to remain dormant? Some scientists now suggest that Pragyan's silence may not be a failure, it may be a message. As Kaku ominously stated in a recent interview, there are things buried in this universe we were never meant to touch, and now we may have touched one. Chandrayaan-3 was meant to mark a new chapter in lunar exploration, a mission of discovery and scientific progress, but perhaps what it uncovered is not a finish line but a doorway. Maybe the moon's south pole wasn't unexplored by accident, maybe it was avoided, and maybe, just maybe, under its ice and ancient dust, something waits not to be found but to see who comes looking. We built a machine. We sent it across space. And when it touched that forgotten corner of the moon, we lost more than just control of a rover. We may have lost control of the story itself. Now, with global scientists going silent, instruments recalibrated, and theories giving way to cautions, one truth begins to emerge with chilling clarity. We were not the first to arrive, and we may not be alone in watching.